Buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride of some tasteless humor, lots of heart, and radical truth with two scrappy chicks. Because adulting is hard, but we are thinking that laughing about it is just so much easier.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So happy that you have come back and decided to spend some time with us again today. We got a bunch of neat things to be talking about. We did want to start today off with our chame because, and I don't know if you've heard of this, this is relatively new. I just learned of this, well, new to me, may not be new to you. Learned about this last week that automakers, specifically Toyota, but there are other brands, automakers are requiring subscriptions for many options in your vehicles, including your heated seats, which I was like, you got to be kidding me. For what? Oh, well, we know for what. It's always about money. So I think it's part of this whole, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Well, they rake in billions and billions of dollars, kind of like Microsoft, instead of selling you the software for you to use, and you gotta have a subscription. I just let it cancel out. I don't care. I'm not paying for it. I will deal without it. It's not that important to me for me to be charging that, to be charged that much for things that I can find a way around. And I think people are gonna kind of feel the same way about these subscriptions. They're just gonna do without, which is a shame because if you're buying these vehicles and you're spending, quite a bit of coin for these vehicles. They are not inexpensive. Like monthly payments are upwards of $4, $5, $6, $7, $800 a month, and you still have to do a monthly subscription for something as simple as your heated seats. Okay, so hopping right along. Our thank you, thank you, thank you. I did want to say a very nice and warm thank you to the man that helped me the other day throwing out my garbage at the dumpster. It's the bags. We have to throw them into the dumpsters, and they're kind of high. Okay. I'm only 2.5. And these bags are pretty heavy. So I have to kind of get like a swing to get it over the top and get them in. And the first couple of times, actually, it did not work. Well, I did not even know this guy was behind me. So, oh my gosh, that's not good for me with like situal awareness, I guess, of my surroundings. But this very nice young guy, well, not really young, probably a little bit younger than me. I feel like everybody's younger than me at this point. Anyway, very nice guy. He said, here, let me help you with that. Very kindly took the bags out of my hand, of course, because it's a guy, right? Upper body strength. Boop, 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 through. I was so stunned and so in shock, like my jaw must have been like hanging. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. And I think what I liked the most about it is he wasn't like, oh, can I help you? Do you need help with that? Obviously, I was struggling. Obviously, I needed help. And he was just that kind of man where he's like, here, let me help you with that. He took care of it for me. And then he's like, well, have a nice day. And I'm telling you, I was so shocked. And I told you, Ginger, remember? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm in shock that it was such a small act of kindness, and it was literally so unexpected, especially because you and I have talked so much about the road rage situation with people out there.
Yeah.
Such a small act of kindness, and it cost maybe 10 seconds of this man's life, has impacted me forever. Because I'm sure people hear me talking, they're like, she hates men. No, I don't. I just don't like bad behavior from anybody, especially abusive behavior to women, children, or even to guys. I just don't like it. So when someone does an act of kindness, I wanted to bring that to the forefront. Okay, Ginger, you're up.
Okay. So, I'm so obsessed with that little monkey punch because I can so relate to him and he's doing good. And they showed a video that he has a little girlfriend, and it's so cute because he's a darker color and she's a lighter color, and they're like hugging, and I swear they're kissing too. And it is the cutest thing. And yeah, I am Team Punch all the way. He is doing well and thriving, and he is getting the love he deserves. So yay, Punchy. And then an update on my little Ragu. It's been, I could have sworn, thought it was 2 weeks, his surgery. And Ashley's like, Mom, it's only been a week. Felt like 2 weeks, but Ragu is doing really well. He is hearing better, and um he doesn't have a follow-up till April, but
Remind everybody what he went in for.
oh, so his surgery was adenoid tonsil removal and tubes in his ears. And he's doing remarkably well, and they say that when kids get this type of surgery when they're really young, that they're more resilient than someone who gets it like older, like a teenager. So I thought, all right, very good Ragu. And he loves his little Buzz Lightyear Squishmallow I sent him.
Which is adorable. I saw a picture of it. It's adorable.
Yes. Yes. And he's sleeping better. It only takes 15 minutes to get him to go to bed where it was 2 hours.
Yeah,
And
because he was struggling. So,
yeah, and he's actually breathing through his nose and not his mouth. Excuse me.
and they say that's so important too for like your whole jaw structure and everything
Mm-hmm.
to breathe through your nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know we are all glad to know that he's doing so well.
Yeah. Ashley videoed me yesterday because I was showing the puppy and Ragu was looking. And I swear he's grown since I seen him.
I know. It's getting so big.
And that one day I picked him up and he had his little skinny jeans on. I
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, those are so cute. Where'd he get them?" And she said, um, Grandpa T. And I'm like, "Oh." He got it so long ago that he didn't fit into them yet. And now he fits
Yeah.
into them. But he's got these cute little long legs, skinny legs. Oh, he's so cute. And I guess Regu's gonna
I'm
get a
jealous.
haircut.
Skinny leg.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta talk about, Wendy too, because I really wanna you to tell me more when, if we have time later, we gotta talk more about her services because I think I might need to go see her
Oh, okay. All right.
if she's taking new clients or not. But anyway, go ahead because we had another really important topic we wanted to get into.
Yeah, so I did a quick oh yeah, I'm done with Ragu. So the big topic we want to get into is I did a quick 10-minute podcast about the Bachelorette being canceled. And of course, every day more and more stuff comes out. And like I said, unless you're close to the people, you really don't know, what is the full truth. But more and more people have been coming out and saying, there is a such thing as reactive abuse.
Yep. And Darvo. They
Yes.
mentioned Darvo especially specifically, but yes, go ahead. Sorry, didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you.
No, no, that's fine. And every October it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I was like, you know what? We don't need to just wait for that month to talk about it. It should be covered year round. And a good movie that I have watched in the past, I'll probably watch it again because it was that good, that you just watched, was Gaslit by my husband, the Morgan Metzer story
Correct.
on
Correct.
Netflix. That is a good
It's
movie to
so good.
watch. And one of my favorite podcasters, actress, singer, is in it. The lead, Jana Kramer. She has a podcast, Wind Down. If you haven't listened to Wind Down, you should. I will put her stuff in the links or the show notes. I put her links in the show notes. But getting back to the reactive abuse, um, because Taylor Frankie Paul made a comment that, her story will come out, and she said that she has endured, years of abuse. And with the reactive abuse, it's like, it's almost like poking the bear.
It is. They get to a point. Can I actually read the definition?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says reactive abuse refers to a situation where a person who has been subjected to ongoing abuse responds with aggressive or confrontational behavior. This reaction often occurs after prolonged emotional, psychological, or physical torment, leaving the victim feeling cornered or powerless. The key characteristics are self-defense, manipulation by the abuser, context matters. Unlike true abuse, which stems from a desire for control, reactive abuse occurs in response to ongoing mistreatment. The victim's actions are typically isolated incidents triggered by extreme stress or fear.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I experience this. You can share what you want to share, but just it's emotional abuse to get you to the point
And it's right, and
where
it's ongoing because it never ends.
yeah, where you can't take it anymore and you lash out. And
Yes.
you know, and trust me, I
And sometimes I know in a lot of instances where I was in that the abuse didn't stop until I reacted.
right? It's like taking a fire poker from the fireplace and just,
Yes.
you know,
Yes. And yes.
but
And that can because you can hear, well, I didn't hear, I mean, did you see the full video? I have to ask that because I really didn't see the
yeah,
full
I
video.
did. But
Because you can see how he sounds like he's the victim. And then that
uh-huh.
brings us back to the Darvo. But it's like, because then all of a sudden they're calm. And I'm telling you, it's a thing. They only calm down and the abuse doesn't stop or the torment doesn't stop until you flipped your lid. And then all of a sudden now they're the victim. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I've never thrown chairs. Um,
No.
I don't think I threw anything. Um, but probably the most thing I did was probably scream at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say I'm more of a yeller than a thrower or a breaker, but but everybody's gonna react
yeah.
very differently in that situation.
And he was always the first to lay the hands on me. And 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 this is bullshit, you fight back
Yes,
and you could for fighting back, defending yourself,
yes,
you could get in trouble too. And I'm like, that's bullshit because
right.
you're
Can't
trying
defend
to
yourself, right?
protect yourself. So it's
Yes,
like what? So we're, when someone's getting the crap beat out of them, they're just supposed to take it, you know?
right. Well, and remember that case that I was telling you about? And of course, I can't think of the woman's name right now, but she had endured 25 years of physical abuse. The guy attacked her one more time. I think they were outside barbecuing. She
Mm-hmm.
had a knife in her hand and she told him to stop, and he didn't. He came at her and she cut his throat. And she actually went to court, but she was, guess what? Shocker of all shockers, she was acquitted.
Self-defense?
Yes,
Well, that's good.
I know. One in a million.
But yeah, it's this course of control, it's um narcissistic behavior, and it's like a game to them, you
It
know?
is. It
Let's
is.
see how much I can push them to get them to react, and then try turning it around.
Yes.
But like I said, we don't know the whole situation with Taylor. But just stuff coming out, and something came out. I don't know if it's true or not because, AI and stuff, but it was saying that he was married before and was abusive to that wife. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the internet, it's got like its goods and its bads where you don't know if something is truthful or not, like pictures, AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see what Walter Goggin looked like without hair, and AI was able to do that.
Right.
So,
Well, and you're talking about, I was listening to a podcast that I like to listen to, and it's they do have female people come on once in a while, but it's mainly male
hmm
uh, podcast. And of course, they started out with, the head of this podcast, the guy who I guess who owns the franchise or whatever. He made a comment that, oh, don't let so and so watch us because he's never going to want to get married and never going to want to have kids. So of course they're blaming the woman for her, her freaking out and being violent.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I really like to know what their opinion is when there are videos and stuff that comes out of these men abusing women. I haven't heard a word. I haven't heard a word about that. And here's the thing. I know you don't, and I know I don't, but it has to be said. We don't condone violence of any kind.
No.
When we are talking about this reactive abuse, I don't even want to use the word abuse because it's reactionary to the abuse they are sustaining and receiving. And they truly, you back somebody in a corner, it's fight or flight. And in that moment, their brain just goes, enough. I
Yeah.
can't take anymore. And then they fight. So I don't even know if I want to use the word abuse, but that's the terminology. So, what can I do? But yeah, I'm very disappointed in the guys out there who try to act like they're so informed. We don't know yet. Like you said, we have to wait and see what actually comes out and because didn't you say she was married before too?
Yes. And the reason why they got divorced because they're Mormon, there was a whole swinging scandal, so they end up divorced. But there was no domestic violence, abuse, nothing in that relationship. Um,
Okay, well then that says a lot because here's this guy who, from what you're saying, he was married before and there
that
was abuse
yeah,
allegations.
I cannot confirm if that's true or not. It's just, how stuff pops up.
Oh, you're hearing. Okay, okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. It was like a she said thing, coming from a source, my friend, so I don't know if it's true or not, but it'd be very interesting if it is. And supposedly he's saying um that about about a month ago that they got into another altercation and that she ripped a necklace off his neck. And she's like, they both have charges, that they're filing against each other. And she said there was an attack in the car. And she, I mean, spoiler, I mean, I don't know if they'll ever show The Bachelorette, but she finished up in um filming in what, December? And then she did get engaged to somebody and broke it off a month later. Um, because it's like, I get it, you have a kid with this guy, but it's like she can't quit him and she really needs to because they definitely cannot be around each other. And supposedly him and the other her ex-husband were getting restraining orders and filing for full custody for the kids. And the video, like I said, you don't know if any of this is true, but with the video coming out, supposedly his roommate came out and said that that the guy, his name is Dakota, and the roommate did not give TMZ the video, that it was sealed, and that um what do I want to say? That it was sealed and like couldn't be accessible, but somehow TMZ got a hold of it and um TMZ got a hold of it and published it. Okay, we're back. This may be a shortened podcast. Um, love the internet and the interruptions. Anyway,
Yeah,
as I was saying, um, I was talking about the allegations that he was married before and abusive. I don't know if that's true or not. Seems like every day stuff is coming out. Now I'm hearing ABC might sue her, but there's pending an investigation against the both of them right now from February, so gotta stay tuned for that. The contract she signed, um, I guess it's in there if they get into any trouble after, but because this video was before, So I think she lawyered up, and then I'm hearing the contestants lawyer up. And then other things I'm hearing is they're trying to scramble and either pick somebody from her um show to be bachelor, or they're going to grab two of the Mormon wives that are single and make them the bachelorettes. I don't know. It's a mess, and it's sad because that show was so sacred to me and part of my life, and it is not the same again. There are people who got married and are still married from that show, but it seems when the internet came along and social media and that, people were more interested in getting a following than, finding love. So, anything
Well, and
else you
didn't
want
we
to?
also agree about the timing of this release of this video since it was from 2023?
Yeah, that the show was supposed to start tonight. I guess they're going to do a rerun of American Idol. Um, so yeah, so some people are finding it hard to believe of the timing, and a lot of mixed reviews on people, and the bachelor, the people who were bachelorettes before, like some people are coming at them if they support her at all. It's like, uh, opinions are like butts. Everyone has them. And because of this thing we call the internet and social media and that, it is really easy to um go after somebody, behind a keyboard. And, think about it. And we've talked about this before. Think about what you say in any of those. Hold on. Should have pressed pause. Sorry. Think about what you write. Um, I mean, you could delete it, but, to me, everything's still there. But yeah, quit being a bully. If somebody wants to support someone or has a difference of opinion, that's fine. You have nothing nice to say, then, Kayete Suboka, right?
Right.
Put the
Silencio.
phone down. Get your hands away from the keyboard, we really got to try to be a nicer human.
Yeah, I know. I don't, and this has been a phenomenon since computers. And remember AOL dial-up,
Yes.
and they had the chat rooms and everything, and
Yes.
they're keyboard warriors. They're very brave behind behind their keyboard, and they're very opinionated. But like you said, everyone's got one. On the same token, is it helpful? Are you adding to the problem? And many people, they do, unfortunately, they like to just pile on. I feel like unless you have something really positive or something really informative to add, stay out of it. It's not
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, especially when you don't. I mean, those closest to her know the truth, and we're just going by what, you know, this this one says and that one says. And you know what's really interesting? One of the bachelorettes was talking about, well, back then I didn't have all this social media, that we had the freaking National Enquirer. Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
Which
right.
it's still out there, but yeah, that's what they had to contend with, was the National Enquirer, or was it Star magazine and maybe Globe?
Yeah,
Those.
people. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Which it's still out there and they're still doing their stuff, but it's quicker now for these, magazines like US Weekly and stuff like that to put something out right away. So, so yeah, I mean, stay tuned. It could be the end of the show. Um, but who knows? Like I said, it's sad because it's not the same. When I first started watching it, 22, or it's probably 23 years ago, because it started out with The Bachelor, and they had a couple seasons of The Bachelor before they had The Bachelorette, which the first Bachelorette, Trista Sutter, And her husband Ryan, and they're still together, and they're just like the cutest. So, but maybe that kind of show isn't you know, 20 something years, maybe that's just not the type of show to do anymore. One girl, 20 something plus guys, or one guy and 20 something girls. Maybe they need to do something like the other shows that are successful, like Love Island. And I know you don't watch any of that smut. So,
I don't. But that's okay. To each their own.
yeah.
I would like to see more uplifting things instead of these, fail. Because in my opinion, and this is what what I've learned, and oh gosh, I just wish I had this information before. And that's why I'm such a strong proponent of it, that there has to be at least 30 days. No kissing, no intimacy, no
Hmm.
exclusivity for 3 months until this person, and that because this is for women and for guys,
Yeah.
until that person matches all the requirements and not one. And if they make you feel uncomfortable, it's a no. And why, especially women, oh, guys do the same thing, but I feel like women more often than not, we try to give people a chance. We want to give them a benefit of the doubt. We don't want to make anybody feel bad. We don't want to be rude. Be rude. Be rude. If you're having a situation where you're uncomfortable, like, never get inside anybody's car, first of all, that you have never met before.
Yeah.
Always meet in a public place. And if you're not comfortable, go to the bathroom and leave. That's been happening since the beginning of dating in restaurants. If you're really
Hmm.
uncomfortable, just go. Just
Yeah.
go. And that goes for guys too. If you got the heebie-jeebies, someone's making you uncomfortable, just go. It's not worth it, because this is your life you're talking about, and
Yeah.
it's not a joke.
Um, the show, I didn't realize. I'm like, oh, holy crap, I'm caught up. That Age of Attraction show where I was asking you, like, if you were 27, would you date a 60-year-old? Um,
No,
yeah. And did I tell you they broke up?
of course. There's
Because
too big of a
she
gap.
she made it clear. Well, he didn't tell her till later he does have kids, and she's like, okay. And then she made it clear she was on a celibacy journey until she gets married, and she felt like um he wasn't getting it, and he goes, "Oh, but you did other things." And he's like, "So how can you say that?" You know. Well, she was celibate from intercourse, and I guess they did, other things besides that. So they just couldn't seem to get on the same page, and they went their separate ways. And she was upset because she says, "I've never felt like this before with somebody." And I was just like, "Girl, run." That's just too much of an age difference. I'm sorry. That's like it could be grandpa, you know, or her father,
Yes, right.
know.
That's what that's what I said. I mean, what did you say? Was she 29 or 27?
27.
And he's 60? Come on.
Yes.
Like, that there's really no way that that young girl, that young woman who's got her whole life ahead of her, is going to want to be with a 60-year-old man unless he's got a whole lot to offer to her. And that is going to include multiple residences abroad, know,
Yeah, yeah,
and a lot of freaking money. I mean, women don't just settle down with guys of that age
yeah.
for nothing.
Um, and so the next episode, there's 7 episodes now, and the next episode is where they just the rest of them decide if they're going to be together, and that's on the 25th. So what is that, Wednesday? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. And it's on Netflix, Age of Attraction. And ironically, the host is Nick Viall and his wife, Natalie. And there's like a 18-year difference between them. He's the older one. And Nick Viall was on Caitlin's Bachelorette season, and then he was a bachelor. So very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and really quick. Um, I forget, we were talking about surgeries last week, and I forgot to mention about my cataract surgery. That was a freaking nightmare. The first one was my right eye, and it was done at a surgery center. And I told them I need Zofran because of the anesthetic, so I don't get sick. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell they gave me because when we were done, um, I wasn't feeling very well, and I felt like I was gonna throw up, and then I like got cold and clammy, and I guess I was white as a ghost, and the nurse is standing from the nurse's station going, "Oh, do you feel sick?" I'm like, "Yeah." And and my blood pressure was dropping, and she's like, "Oh, I better go get the doctor." And I was like, "Really? You don't know how to take care of this? You got to go get the doctor?" And I think she interrupted him in a surgery because he looked fit to be tied, told her what to do as if she should have known, and she did what he told her to do, and then I was feeling better, and then we go to leave and I go to the bathroom and she fucking, excuse my language, walks in while I'm peeing. I'm like, really? So then um they wheel me out. We're in the car. We're not even 2 blocks away, and I felt something cold running down my sleeve. And I told my driver, it was a nice lady from church, I go, we got to go back. I'm bleeding. So we go back, and the nurse comes out and says a comment like, I was difficult. And the woman that was with me said, that was not nice to say. I mean, she obviously didn't clamp where they had the IV in me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be gushing blood like that. So I fought with them. Well, they still wanted me to pay like a couple $100, and I fought with them and said, I am not giving you another dime after what you did. And finally, probably took over a year that they stopped. So, yeah, my second surgery, awesome. They listened to me. They gave me Zofran and maybe a little bit more, and it was fine. So, yeah, be insistent on what you know works so you don't have to go through what I went through. So, anything
Yes.
you want to add?
Nope, I think that's all for now.
All right. Well, um, stay tuned to see what we talk about next week. Because right
Yeah.
now, I have no clue.
To be continued.
Yes.
Be
Uh,
well, everybody.
yeah, enjoy the weather while it's nice. Who knows? It may snow again.
Right. Or exactly. Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye.
We love our scrappy peeps. So thank you all for joining us and becoming part of our flock. So please like, subscribe, and share. And if you don't like us, unfortunately, yo mama. But if you do like us, we look forward to seeing you next time on Two Scrappy Chicks.